So, is it bad that it's only March and even the mention of politics makes me want to grab a hammer and repeatedly hit myself in the head until I forget all about it? So, what do you think? Do you think, do you think like the side would be better or like head on? With that, you think, okay. See, I like to keep up on the news, obviously. And it seems like every single news outlet is covered in political rhetoric. From Trump to Hillary to Bernie to Cruz. And how many times is the GOP gonna have a debate? Honestly, it's starting to feel more like a sitcom. Tonight on the GOP debate, we're going to be asking the candidates the questions we've already asked them. Why? Because to be honest, we're still not sure what's going on. Yeah. Yes, we at Forthright are also just a little bit tired of all the incessant clamor about politics. So we thought this week on Forthright, let's do something a little bit different. Let's take a look at some of the smaller stories. You know, the ones that are hidden behind the giant pictures of Donald Trump. Seriously though, there's some great stuff back here. And because we're only going to briefly touch on these stories, I'll put a link to the articles in the description down below. Alright, number 1. A young man in a juvenile prison wrote a letter to the Pope asking for forgiveness. And the Pope replied. It appears that the young man was on a bit of a repentance tour, writing letters to the people that he had wronged, and so he figured he'll write a letter to the Pope as well, asking for forgiveness from God. In the Pope's letter of response, he made mention of forgiveness through God's holy door to mercy. He also said that the Father was thinking about him and concerned for him. That was pretty cool, Pope. Pretty cool. See, I don't know about you, but in the midst of all the politics, it's nice to hear stories like this every once in a while. Right? Stories of hope, not stories of conflict. And that brings us to our second story. A homeless man outside of a California grocery store was asking people as they walked by if they would take one of his resumes. Frederick Callison found himself homeless after a potential job with the Salvation Army fell through. This former food service employee figured he'd make the best of the situation and created a bunch of resumes that he could hand out in the hopes of finding a job. And it worked. He did. After California resident Michael Martin had a conversation with the man and took a resume, he posted the whole story along with the resume on Facebook. Friends of Michael made contact with him, and they actually found the man a job in food service. Frederick Callison now works at a pizza cafe in California. So congratulations to Frederick on the job, and to Mr. Martin for loving your neighbor. Philippians 4:8 says, "Finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things." Look, there already has been, and there will continue to be, lots of frustrating rhetoric and politics going on this election season. But let's never forget that politics is not the only thing going on, so let's try to take a break every once in a while, read something uplifting, even just for a little bit. So is there maybe an uplifting story that you would like to mention to, break up all the political talk? What are some maybe other helpful ways that we can detox from all the politics? Let us know in the comments down below, or on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram using the hashtag ForthrightTV. I'm Anthony Creedon, and I'm just trying to be forthright. Yeah, dude, there were lots of stories that I could have done. Right? Some crazy ones too. Like, did you see? There was this lady, she made a fake license plate to put on her car, and the license plate, it's a horrible copy. It is horrible. We'll put a graphic down below so you guys can see this. It's crazy. It looks like the responsibilities for making license plates was passed from the county prison to Mrs. Wilson's 3rd grade class. That's the kind of quality of this license plate. It's ridiculous. It's like Mrs. Wilson's 3rd grade class has a racket going on. She's making fake credit cards with high-end construction paper and fake IDs with crayons. Right? It's like a whole crime syndicate. A 3rd grade crime syndicate. That is a television show I would watch, America. So get on that. Somebody make a television show about a crime syndicate that's run through a 3rd grade class. I'm all in.